Today we're doing a day in the life of a realtor because a lot of people have a different perspective of what the day in the life of a realtor really should look like, and so we're going to show you what we're in the day of the life of a realtor.
Kevin brought me along too, and just as a disclosure, I lost my voice, so that's why I sound weird.
What? You don't want to wear them? Okay.
Okay.
Why not?
Why not?
Lauren and I are getting started at the first place today. Right. Water on my new sign. That's a brand new sign. So what we're doing right now is just a quick staging consult. We're also going to do some touching up today. For example, front doors. People spend a lot of time trying to get in the door thanks to our lockbox system, so front doors need to be painted. The sign said coming soon. Don't let anybody into a house before it's on the market, because unless you're on the market, you ain't getting full price. So when people talk about selling a house before it hits the market, it's bad for the seller, it's good for the buyer. And to need a screwdriver to change the blade is something else.
Yeah, that didn't take long at all.
But you know, you can never have enough combo lockboxes. Gotta kind of like put them in the front. We're all set up for the team. Look what we're doing. Paint, hull, bath, Swiss coffee, cut dead plant, put the LED strip in, straighten the outlet, straighten the light switches, the little screws on them, the entry can light, caulk the hull bath, open the master, replace the laundry ceiling light, clean the fan by the laundry light, adjust the master door, and kick the kitchen floor into place. Cool. It's 8:28, we gotta go.
Let's go.
Always check the key before you put it in a combo box.
New car.
I did, yeah. Ah, thank you. So now we're gonna go get coffee because we haven't had enough coffee. There's never enough time to get more coffee. You know you love your MacBook when it's at 3% battery, unless you got one of these in your car, yeah boy. Always back it in. No matter how many times I have to do this like 27-point turn to get in there, I will back it because it looks so cool. In that last house, I really, you know, it seems so minor to do some of those little improvements, but that minor stuff goes a long way with buyers. You know, you want to do the little stuff so people don't get afraid of the big stuff. The little stuff is done, they don't think the plumbing's bad. They think everything's been well maintained, and that's how it should be. Hi there. Let me get that door for you.
Thanks. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, that's some work to do today.
I need coffee. I haven't had any.
Can't stop without that.
But it's already 8:30. I'm already 3 cups in.
That's how you get it.
Coffee, milk. Kevin just told you that my hair was frizzy, but Kevin, you changed the morning appointment from 10:30 to 8, and I had no time to get ready, so what do you expect?
Are you kidding me?
Sorry. Being a mother of 2 young children, you find bodily fluid that you don't quite know what it is, and you just kind of go with it, so that's better.
I'll open that door for Lauren this time. There you go.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you got it. What sucks about these cup holders is look at that. It's in the armrest, so if you go to put your arm down with a white shirt, you're done. And even though I clean this right now, you know it's gonna be there as soon as I go over a little speed bumpity 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 bumpity. In case you're ever wondering which one's the normal trash, it's always the smallest one because that's the one you pay money for. The other ones are like, yeah,
What
give
if
us
they're all the
recycling.
same size? What if they paid extra?
Ugh. All right, so what are we doing here?
Kevin said that this house unfortunately fell out of escrow, and he wants to bring me here to see if I have any suggestions on how to make it better for the next time we put it on the market.
Well, there we go. Let's do this. So this is a little 2-in-1.
Cute.
Not in horrible shape.
I have that tiny little
it's
dining
rough.
room.
The doors are...
I hate this room.
Oh, yeah.
Look how short the people were in when this house was built. The plumbing, like, that's funny. You have to talk to and wash your hair. Look at the knee bend. I don't know. I kind of would say I would take these out because this is such a narrow bathroom. These jutting out really give this like feeling of going through like a tunnel.
See, the problem with this one is it was already on the market, it was tenant occupied, and it sold for full price within the first 3 days. So now, to put it back on the market vacant and to say, oh yeah, let's go do a bunch of work to it.
Okay.
These darn leather soles, they just like...
Buy some cheap shoes, then that won't happen.
Cat door!
Wow. The thing with staging is, of course, no matter what, it's always going to make it look better. But it's really, really needed when it's an odd-sized room or a weird shape or something like that. But really, to show you how it would help, is this is a really odd-sized little dining area you have. So we have a small table that we could put in. And that would help because a lot of buyers, they come in and say, I can't even see myself being able to put a table in here. Where do I put it? It's like, that's where staging comes into play.
All right, let's go! Doing a good job testing that door.
It's locked.
It's locked.
Do it multiple times, so then when we leave and we're down the road 10 minutes later, then I'm not like, oh crap, did I lock the door? Nope, I remember going like that like 5 times.
Good morning.
Hey Leslie, how you doing? So we started at a place that's going on the market on Friday. Happened like within a week. We just came from a place that also has to go back on the market Friday this time. They couldn't get their loan, so it happens. What are you supposed to do? Now we're going to one that's coming on the market in like a month. It's gonna need some renovating, estate sale. We'll see, but it's at the beach.
Kevin had to do a drone break.
Sorry.
So after Kevin films the screen grass, we're going to be heading to the beach house. It was a house of a dentist that unfortunately passed away. The brother literally wanted Kevin to do everything, which we're both happy to do. It is going to require an estate sale, some renovation, and a lot of other stuff too that we're kind of just taking it off the brother's hands and saying, don't even worry about it. We're going to get everything taken care of.
Just beautiful green mountains and everything. But yeah, we're going to that beach house next. We're gonna see, hey, where can we put some value in to make the owner some money? And we're gonna evaluate a bunch of different options.
Well, too close for comfort.
It doesn't let me go forward on you.
Oh, okay, good. I was gonna say, couldn't you just floor it at me and just like sever my torso?
I'm trying to. There's a fly on the drone.
It's taking a ride.
Here it goes. See you later, Mr. Fly.
Bye, fly.
Call back every missed call I get.
You have reached the automated opt-out service.
Solicitation.
I get the IRS is after me, automated opt-out service, and do I want to renovate my house with sunproof UV paint? And then I tell them, you know, we do painting, we do contracting. They're like, so you want a bid? You want a bid? No!
They just don't get it.
Some scientists told me not to put it in here because it'll like melt and give me cancer, but you know, so I just wait for it to basically get to room temperature. Oh man, I love room temperature coffee.
You know a scientist?
We have arrived at the beach house.
Here we are.
Here we are, and look, it's the beachy colors.
I'll wait.
3775. It's not really the number. PS trick, every time you open one of these boxes, scramble the code when you go inside, so like people want to steal stuff, don't write down the number and come back later at night when you're gone and then they got your code and then you go inside while you're not there and take your stuff. Alrighty. Oh, this is one of those cool doors where you can lock yourself in. It's because of the glass, so people can't punch through and just unlock it. Mm-hmm. Great for fires.
Look at that chair, look at that. Because he was a dentist.
So a house like this, if we just put it on the market the way it is, or let people come look at it the way it is, the odds are we'd get a bunch of low offers from investors that want to turn this around, flip it, renovate it, whatever, and try to make a buck. People are going nuts trying to find deals these days, and I don't let it happen to my sellers, because I want my sellers to get the most money for their places. 1962. This is what this area looked like. Here's the house.
I think this is so cool walking through this house. I mean, like, it's crazy. This was someone's life in here. This is insane how many cool things he has. It's amazing.
Speaking of life, people put their lives in these kind of boxes. These are cool.
It's like Titanic status. It's cool. And then look, we have a letter from the White House. It says, to the person that lived here, thank you for sending the Halloween pumpkin you carved especially for me. My family and I appreciate your thoughtfulness. Sincerely, Jimmy Carter. That's so, so cool. And I just like look at all the stuff that he has. I mean, these are things that meant so much to him. I'm sure he probably went to Japan or China or wherever it is. I bet he went to Africa and he purchased these and they meant so much to him. I just think that's so cool. Like, we have all these old books, which are super cool, but then look at the bronzed baby shoes. People used to do this back in the day. They used to take the baby shoes and they would literally bronze them and then keep them and make them into something. That's very functional for when you need to, like, you know, rush out the door and grab a hat. So I think, if I'm correct, we have some vintage Ray-Bans here. Yeah, this is insane. These were his glasses. That's...
So you might be wondering, what are some value items when you go to sell a house? Let's go through the list right now. Flooring, doorknobs, hinges, lock sets, counters and backsplash, cabinets and pulls, carpet, drywall and drywall paint, vanities, window coverings, the feeling of space, wall paneling removed, new light fixtures are a good one. That's interesting. Different tubs. That is an interesting TV stand. Yeah.
This is kind of a good example for a living area space that's a little more tough to stage, where buyers could walk through and just kind of have no idea how to place their couch and whatnot. We have a very oddly located fireplace, and then we kind of have this extra area right here where there's a door. All that you have to consider where you place your furniture and what kind of furniture you place, because you have to work around those two things.
There's some work to be done, but it'll really help provide really good vision to buyers. And subscribe, because then you'll see the end result. That is an old bus token machine from the 50s, and that's a steam engine. Now we gotta go to a house that a buyer just closed escrow on, and we scraped the ceilings for them, we're painting the walls. They're moving in later today. Let's go check it out, let's see. We're gonna make it really convenient for the buyers.
We gotta go, let's go! Hey, come on, check the lock! We're good! I'm not opening.
System powering up! Come on! We gotta go! Oh, I got it! Let's go!
Very nice. Now we're going to a house that Kevin renovated, and it's closing today.
And Lauren staged it.
I did, and I'm very proud of the job. Except I saw in the pictures that the person who cleaned it after I staged it messed up one thing in the kitchen, and I'm gonna go back and fix it because it's bothered me every single time I've seen it.
You can't fix it, we already unstaged it.
No!
See, Lauren wanted to give a really good final impression to the buyers when they did their final walkthrough, but little does Lauren know that that little adjustment won't be possible because it's closing today. And we kind of may have moved some of the stuff already. See, you're staging!
Well, I'm royally upset because now I can't move that thing. I'll show you where it was.
We left the bread box for you.
I didn't stage the bread box. The thing was right here, and it was a nice little like trio of things, and they took one of the trios and put it right here. And when I saw it in the pictures, I was really pissed. Now I can't fix it. Alright, so I just got a text from one of my tenants saying, I'm going to install rain gutters on the back of the house. Any chances the owner might reimburse for materials? So he's saying that he's going to do the labor himself, and he's hoping the owner is going to reimburse him for the materials only. And what's very funny is this is coming up on his lease renewal time. Tenants like to do this right close to lease renewal to show, hey, I'm a good tenant, and I'm doing something for your property. Please don't rent increase me very much. We typically have rent increases from $50 to $150, depending on inflation and other things, whatnot. And the thing is he's very smart because he's been a great tenant, he's paid his rent on time, he's a pleasure to do business with, and he is doing this, and he's right, this is gonna help him, as opposed to somebody who constantly is calling me, having work done that they could do themselves because it's little easy stuff, or they're mean, or whatever it may be. I'm gonna give this guy the lower end of the range, and some mean tenant the high end of the range because they're not nice. Always has to run.
Yep. And we're here.
What's up?
And we'll touch that yellow up. Old. I wouldn't trust my life to one of these. We just repainted and retextured the whole thing. Looks good.
That was
It's a lot
nice.
better.
Yeah.
It's a lot better. It really needs the light fixtures to be replaced, but right now the goal was just wallpaper off, texture it, and paint it. Alright, let's go. Sometimes folks have this impression that I can just spend all day in front of the computer, when realistically I am out running around all day long making sure that all of our promises are not only being fulfilled for our clients, but they're being fulfilled in a quality manner. And I mean, ultimately there's so much that needs to be done out and about, and that's where my expertise comes in, is negotiating deals out in the field. See, ultimately the future of real estate isn't just going to be a matter of putting a house on the market. Realistically, anybody can put a house on the market. That's not the hard part. The hard part is getting a house ready to hit the market so it's strategically ready to get the most money. The hard part is getting it ready for closing and making sure the buyers are happy throughout the whole process and they don't bomb the deal on you. That's where my job comes in. It's not just showing property all day long and putting stuff on the computer. So unfortunately, Lauren's got to take off now.
I gotta get the kids or get Jack. Hi.
Alright, we're a little early back, so let's catch up on some paperwork. Let's just double check everything that's going on, make sure the whole crew is functioning to the best of the ability for our clients. And it's 11:25, in case you were wondering. So I do a lot of photo editing and retouching myself. Check out this photo I got from a drone. This is so amazing. So check this out. This was the way the drone shot the picture. This is the way after I edited the raw. Isn't that incredible? Look at that difference.
Oh, I got that to deal with, you know, and I just think no. I think we ought to just shit can the guy. Thursday at 3 o'clock, where I have you on the calendar and all is good. So
now we're gonna run back to that property that's gonna have the estate sale to meet a few estate people. I gotta leave in about 3 minutes. Didn't get to have lunch because too many things happened, but first I gotta call John back. Well, first of all, I do agree with you. You don't want to do an option. Options, they usually end up, I mean, quite frankly, if values go up, then you get screwed, and if values go down, they just end up bailing on you. Yeah, you don't want to do that. So.
right.
Oh my God, it has been a crazy amount of phone calls here. So get this, okay? Seller on this commercial building does not want to sell anymore. The buyers have 2 days to close. 2 days to close the deal, but they can't get the money for about 2.5 weeks. So I called another client. Hey client, can you lend $250,000, which is the amount of money that's missing? Can you give a first loan of $250,000 for a month, and I will personally pay you $5,000 to make that loan happen for the other clients, so that way the deal gets done. Cost me $5,000, but it's okay. It's going to a good client, and it gets it all done. Solves problems. That's my job, is I solve problems. So it's like a win-win-win-win deal for everybody. Everybody wins. Those are the kind of deals I want. So right now we're seeing if the buyer is okay doing that, which I don't see why they wouldn't be. I'm a licensed lender, so I can write up all the paperwork and make this happen. And all of this has been happening in the last 30 minutes when I really wanted to eat. Was that too long of an explanation? You clicked on the day in the life of a realtor because you doubted what a realtor really does. I got some other phone calls to make. 1 o'clock, I made it. I mean, technically I'm parallel parking right now, but since they're watching me parallel park while holding the camera and talking about parallel parking, we made it on time! Scissor, I gotta cut that off. It's my face right there. It's gotta be perfect. Alright, let's get this door open so we can get inside. It's a toilet bowl plant.
You can't beat that.
Now what about all this survival food back here? I'm sure this is pretty valuable. Well, Terry was super cool, so check this out. Apparently that is like a 70s piece of furniture, which is going to be hard to get rid of. You might have to almost give it away. Whereas that is a 50s piece of furniture and should pull some value. This is why I call somebody else. I don't know furniture, but my job's to help coordinate it all and make it happen. So that's what I'm doing. Alright, let's go try to put some deals together.
Oh, that's dust, Kevin. You gotta get that off your sign, otherwise it looks all dirty and gross when people drive by. They gotta know that you provide more. How else are they gonna know that you provide more? If it doesn't say provide more, it's gotta say provide more.
Arg, my phone says I got a voicemail from that deal we got going on with the hard money or making that bridge loan happen. As it came, oh my gosh, it's a 1 minute voicemail. That's not a good sign. Usually when it's a 1 minute voicemail, they're saying, we just want to do a normal deal.
Hi, Kevin. I'm calling to give you an update regarding our discussion of the bridge loan, potential bridge loan at 1707. Couldn't get the family comfortable with that.
What?
With the uncertainty that created an attorney.
Sometimes it's a little bit of a red flag when it's so hard for a buyer to get a deal closed and they're not open to flexibility. They're not the right buyer.
So anyway, it's 1:38 right now. We got a 2 o'clock showing up here soon. We got 3 o'clock around the corner. Maybe I'll be able to get some food in between. You know, sometimes people ask me like, hey, what do you like better, commercial or residential? Honestly, I like residential better. I'll do both. And I can handle both very well because I have creative solutions to a lot of problems that come up on either ends. 2:22, Joby Pod broke, and now I'm trying to find food. Never done Jersey Mike's before, but it looks good. Let's try it out. I kind of miss Lauren. I'm all alone now. I have to just wander all alone. It's nice to have a partner. I'm kind of hanging out there on the deck. Well, the guacamole is good. I've never had this before. This is good. So if you've got any kind of self-employed job, especially real estate, the only way I think you realize you can do this, especially running around, meeting clients, meeting vendors, and coordinating staff, only way to do it is right here. No, actually, the true secret is you gotta make your schedule before you get out in the day, because don't expect things not to get added to it. And if you're not organized, you don't have your paperwork together, by the time you leave the house in the morning to go to the office or wherever you're going, forget about it. Fall apart. Did you know that muffins are made with the same ingredients as cakes are made with, except they're called muffins to sound like breakfast muffins, and then they're healthy. But secretly they're healthier, right? Alright, 2:50. Got a 3 o'clock appraisal about 2 minutes away, so give me some time to prep. Yeah! See, the electric motor doesn't sound that cool. You have to kind of impute some sounds. We're gonna get along. I like him. The appraiser's upstairs. You don't want to follow him around. Bad idea to follow him around. It's too much pressure. He actually stopped screeching. This is what happens when a good thing's happening. You don't talk about it, because look, I don't even have to have a conversation with him again. We got things going on. We got some business to do. We're finding you a new home. You know, you just pooped in your water, dude. 3:25 now. Gotta love restarting Apple products. So what did I do? I bought 2 Apple phones. That way, when one's restarting, I got another one. How about just get a different kind of phone? Oh my God. Look at this. Fans in the track lighting. It worked. Something's been leaking. See that? Look at that. Right there. Rusty, rusty, rusty. 3:57. Here we are.
I don't know where it's 2,000 cash in a check right now. They're gonna write me a check for $2,000.
Yes.
You know what you're...
It's kind of cool. I get to the end of the day and my battery's full. Thanks, car charger. Thank you, little guy. Going into a home inspection. We got dogs on all sides.
Good, how are you?
I just wanted to follow up with you. I just sent you an email, and to Betty as well. I saw the appraisal. It still needs to go to underwriting, but I saw that the appraiser uploaded it through the VA system, so I had access to it, and it came in at sales price, so everything looks okay. So let's go through underwriting, but the value came in at sales price.
Home inspection's going good. It is 4:52. Some interesting things in there I'll try to show you, and in the meantime, I had to check the computer to see if I had any other interesting insights. Phone calls. Here we go. See, most Californians don't do rain, but I grew up in South Florida, so I don't care. It's 6:05, one more appointment that popped up. Let's do a quick home inspection summary. Old, crack, floor. It's kind of wonky right here. Termites, fire barrier, active water stain and leak probably. Tack strip in the garage, probably old sound acoustical stuff. Block vent, breach in fire barrier. Broken, cracked, weird. So there you have it, home inspection complete. It's now 6 o'clock, 3-hour home inspection's over. And guess where we're going? We're gonna go to the car to drink my latte.
You took care of me, oh so easily.
There's nothing like a cold latte at 6:30.
Alright folks, we're at a 13-hour workday so far today. We're doing pretty good. We got more work to do tonight, lots of paperwork. And hopefully I can get in this garage without crashing into a bunch of junk that's been put out. Alright. Hey baby Max, how you doing? Ooh, I like the look of that. Definitely payday. Good.
The heck is all this? Alright, let's go get the mail. It's growing together. Except for that weed right there. There we go. It looks so nice. Oh, and leave a comment too, because you know what I'm gonna do right now? I kind of feel motivated to reply to some comments. He lost most of his head.
And it begins again.